Before his death, Tsar Alexander III addressed his heir. The emperor wrote an open letter, which was read right at his funeral. It turned out to be prophetic. If the son of the Tsar had listened to him, then perhaps the Russian Empire would have survived. Father and son. The relationship between the two men was quite complicated. Alexander II rarely paid attention to his family, and he never considered his son Nicholas an adult. At the age of 16, children of rulers were usually given a cash allowance to live separately. I am very worried that my adulthood is coming soon. I would gladly give up the ceremony, and I would like to start my own life in about 20 years, Nicholas wrote in his diary. But his father ignored all of his son's worries and said nothing to him. Instead, he decided that he would continue to live with the royal family. And it was not because of Nikolai's weak character. So Alexander III simply decided to save money. Demonstrative rejection of tradition hit the emperor's son hard. If he had been given more independence, then, perhaps, Alexander III would not have worried much before his death, and such a strange will would never have come to light. Death. In the fall of 1888, the imperial train wrecked in Kharkiv province. All members of the family of Alexander II survived, but the sovereign was seriously injured. He was crushed by the roof of the car. Because of this, his illnesses worsened. First, heart problems began. The emperor could not eat anything at all. After that, his kidneys began to fail. Doctors advised the emperor to go to a warm place, but it was too late. The disease progressed. The emperor died in 1894. October 20, early in the morning, a few hours before his death, he called Nicholas to his room. Alexander II talked to him alone for about an hour. After that, an open letter was published and read at the funeral. The message to Nicholas II. When I first came to power, I had two ways. I could act according to the imposed liberal scenario, or I could be together with the people of Russia. I decided to choose the second path. The state must develop and prosper. Alexander III talked about his path. The emperor was afraid for the country, so he openly explained to his heir all the problems that awaited him. It turned out that Alexander III actually predicted the fall of the Russian Empire. Russia can withstand only thanks to autocracy. Numerous wars and internecine strife will begin in the state if we move away from classical rule. Remember that you must protect the country and not let anyone seize power, Alexander III explained. The sovereign pointed out what his son should pay attention to in foreign policy. He also pointed out where Nicholas II would need to look for allies. Russia has never had any friends. Our state is too huge. Everyone is afraid of it and is trying to ruin it. At the same time, it is not worth getting involved in wars. The church has always saved our country and pulled even out of hopeless situations. Respect our family as well. The emperor finished his letter. Alexander III actually told about what would ruin Russia. Many, including Nicholas II, were skeptical of the sovereign's message. Unfortunately, or fortunately, they did it in vain.